Module 5, Formatting Data in an Excel Spreadsheet. In this module, we'll focus on how to make your data visually appealing and easy to read by using various formatting techniques. We'll cover everything from font changes to cell borders and how to format data as dates, numbers, and more. We'll continue using our example of creating a spreadsheet to track the height, weight, and vaccinations of an individual child based on the Road to Health booklet. Working with font formatting. The first step in making your worksheet look more organized is to format the text itself. To change the font style, select the cell or range of cells you want to change. For example, select cell A1, which contains your main title, such as Child Health Tracker. In the Home tab on the ribbon, locate the Font section. You can choose a different font size, and even make your text bold, italic, or underlined. For example, you could make the title of your worksheet bold and increase the font size to make it stand out. To change the font color, select the text you want to change, such as the headings in row 2. Click the Font Color button, and A with the color bar under it, in the Font group on the Home tab. Choose the color that fits your needs, like a dark blue or green, to make your headers stand out. Formatting your text helps organize your data and makes key information stand out for easy reading. Changing the background color of a cell. You can also make your worksheet easier to navigate by adding background colors to cells. For example, you can color the header row to distinguish it from the rest of the data. To change the background color of a cell, select the cell or range of cells you want to format. In the Home tab, click the Fill Color button, a paint bucket icon, in the Font group. Choose a color from the palette. For instance, you could fill the header row with a light gray or pastel color to keep it professional but clear. Adding color can help highlight important areas of your worksheet, like the headers of your data columns. Adding borders to cells. Borders are another great way to organize your data. They can make your tables look more structured and easy to read. To add borders, select the cells you want to add borders to, such as the entire data range from A2 to G12. In the Home tab, find the Borders button, a square with a grid, in the Font group. Click the drop-down arrow next to the Borders icon. You can choose to add all borders, outside borders, or even customize borders. For example, adding all borders will create grid lines around each cell in your data range, making it easier to distinguish individual data points. Borders create visual separation, making it easier for you or others to scan through the information. Formatting data as numbers. Since we're working with numeric data like height and weight, it's important to format these numbers appropriately. To format data as numbers with decimal places, select the cells containing your numeric data, such as height, centimeters, in column C, and weight, kilograms, in column D. In the Home tab, go to the Number group. Click on the Number Format drop-down menu and select Number. You can adjust the number of decimal places by clicking the Increase Decimal or Decrease Decimal buttons. For example, you might want 1 decimal place for weight measurements. Formatting numbers ensures consistency and improves readability. Formatting data as dates. Since we are tracking dates for measurements and vaccinations, it's important to format the data as dates to ensure consistency. To format data as dates, select the cells that contain the date values, such as the dates in column A. Go to the Home tab and choose Date from the Number Format drop-down menu in the Number group. You can choose various date formats. Using a consistent date format helps avoid confusion, especially when reviewing the data over time. Applying conditional formatting. Conditional formatting allows you to highlight cells that meet certain criteria, which can be very helpful for quickly identifying important data. To apply conditional formatting, suppose you want to highlight any weight measurements that are below a certain threshold. Select the range of weight data in column D. Go to the Home tab and click on Conditional Formatting in the Styles group. Choose Highlight Cells Rules less than. In the dialog box, enter the value, example 5, to highlight any weights less than 5 kilograms. Choose a formatting option such as light red fill with dark red text and click OK. This visual cue can help you quickly identify any weights that might be of concern. Merging and centering cells. Sometimes you want to combine multiple cells into one, especially when you're creating a header or title for your table. Select the cells you want to merge. In the Home tab, click the Merge and Center button in the Alignment group. The selected cells will merge into one, and any text will be centered across the merged area. This is perfect for titles like Child Health Tracker that span multiple columns. Formatting text alignment. Adjusting the alignment of your text can improve the readability of your data. To adjust text alignment, select the cells you want to format, such as your headers in row 2. In the Home tab, go to the Alignment group. You can choose to align your text to the left, center, or right. If some of your cell contents are too long and overflow into adjacent cells, you can use the Wrap Text feature. Select the cells, such as cell E3 if the vaccination names are too long. Click on Wrap Text in the Alignment group. This will adjust the cell height to display all the content within the cell's width. Applying number formats for units. You can also customize number formats to include units like centimeters or kilograms without typing them into each cell. Select the cells with height data in column C. Right-click and select Format Cells. In the Number tab, select Custom. In the Type field, enter 0 centimeters. Click OK. Now, the numbers will display with centimeters after them. Example, 50 centimeters. Repeat the same for weight in column D, using 0.0 kilograms. This adds units to your measurements, improving clarity without altering the actual data. Freezing panes for easy navigation. When working with large amounts of data, you might want to keep the header row visible as you scroll down. To freeze the header row, click on the row number just below your headers, example, row 3. Go to the View tab. Click on Freeze Panes in the Window group. Select Freeze Panes from the drop-down menu. Now, when you scroll down, the header row remains visible, making it easier to reference your data. And that wraps up Module 5. You've now learned how to format your Excel worksheets using font styles, cell colors, borders, number formats, and conditional formatting. You've also mastered merging and centering cells, adjusting text alignment, and applying custom number formats to include units like centimeters and kilograms. By applying these formatting techniques, you can make your data not only functional, but also visually appealing and easy to read, which is especially important when tracking important health data for a child. In the next module, we'll explore how to create charts and graphs to visualize the child's growth and vaccination schedule, making it easier to interpret and share the data. Thank you for joining us, and see you in Module 6.